future will be allowed 120 words every day to say need to get through all our routine interchange with an eye on word count.
Hey guys, welcome to the Woolen Homestead. This is a video podcast about knitting, spinning, and hand dyeing yarn. My name is Tiffany.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're coming to you from Midland, Michigan. You can find us on various social media as the Woolen Homestead, as well as the yarn that we dye at thewoolenhomestead.etsy.com. And you'll also find links below in the description box to all the places you can find us, as well as the show notes for this podcast. Hey guys, so we're back. It's been another week, and we are
2 weeks for me.
Yes, well, yeah, because we did like a weird one last week, so
yeah,
this is like
it was
a real
little bit shorter last week.
Yeah,
too.
it was like a half hour.
Which is so weird for us, because usually we run about an hour and a half.
Yeah, if longer, yeah. So, yeah, we're back. It's Thursday, October 25th, 2018. This is podcast episode 73. I know, it's crazy. We're
going to be at 100 before too long.
I know, I can't wait. So, yes. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are well. We've got the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo this weekend that we're going to, so we're really excited about that.
And a couple of you have said that you're going to be there, so...
Yes, so we're excited to meet you guys. So
we're going to be, just to reiterate, we'll be at Caitlin's booth, Mint Yarns.
Yes, at 3 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll be hanging out there, so we plan to get... Yeah, we plan to get to the festival earlier in the day, so we'll be around, but we're going to actually be stationed there at that time, so...
Yeah, and if you see us shopping, like we said before, feel free to come up. Like, you don't have to wait to come up to us when we're in Caitlin's booth. I mean, definitely come check out Caitlin's booth. She's got awesome yarn. But if you see us out and about shopping, feel free. Like, you're not going to interrupt us.
No,
we are
not at all.
Totally happy to talk to you.
We're really excited to meet everybody.
Absolutely.
Like, super excited. So, yeah. You're wearing some knitwear. I'm not wearing any knitwear today.
Yeah, that's
the first.
Different.
Yeah, that's
so
weird.
Yeah, this is my burrow hat by Amanda Cole, and it's got this really cool little, almost like a basket weave pattern on it. And this was knit out of Cormo 1.0 by Spirit Trail Fiberworks. It's on worsted weight. So, yeah, it's become my de facto work hat. I wear it all the time.
All the time, yeah.
I'm working on the truck today, and that's what I got on.
Yeah,
so.
That's a whole nother fun story.
We'll get life stuff.
Yeah, that's great. I can talk about the t-shirt I'm wearing. This is my Elton John t-shirt. So you guys know we went to the Elton John concert last Monday, and this is one of the tour shirts. So it says Farewell Yellow Brick Road on it. And it's got him just like the Yellow Brick Road album cover, except it's just like a newer version of it. So, and then on the back it's got the tour dates on it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that in life stuff too, because just amazing. So so good. Yeah, so why don't we get into Knitalongs real quick. I'll sum up those. We've got 2 of them going on. We have a year-long Knitalong, which is the Basket of Mittens KAL. We're co-hosting that with Carrie, who is my wool mitten, who I'm hoping to go see soon, which I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can make it out there. We'll
that would be awesome, yeah. If not, we'll go again for sure. And that runs till December 31st, 2018. Oh, also, really quick, Carrie has just started a podcast on YouTube. So go check out, I think it's under My Wool Mitten. Otherwise, it's Serenity Farms. So I'll have a link in the description box. So definitely go give her a check.
She's got really cool footage of her farm up there too.
So cool. If you want to see what it's like to have a sheep farm, like real life stuff, she doesn't sugarcoat it, and I think it's awesome.
It's amazing.
She gives you the real deal, and I just think it's amazing. So, and if you want to join in on that knit-along, it's use the hashtag Basket of Mittens KAL 2018 if you're posting on social media. Otherwise, go ahead and post in our Ravelry group. And let's see, we've got works in progress are allowed, crochet is allowed, any type of mitten you can enter. And you get double entries for using the Woolen Homestead yarn. Then we've also got the My Favorite Color is October KAL, and the hashtag for that is My Fave Color is October KAL 2018. We're knitting anything that's fall related. This goes until October 31st, so we're coming up on the end of that one.
We are.
Really soon, next week, so.
Definitely.
Works in progress are allowed for that, as well as crochet. Anything that you think of as fall is what we're adding in for that. And you get double entries for using the Woolen Homestead yarn, and triple entries if you use the My Favorite Color is October colorway, which we have 1 skein left in the shop currently. So we might be doing 1 more batch, we're not sure. This might be it. So just as a heads up.
There's a good possibility that'll be it.
Yeah.
because this next update is going to be the last fall themed update that I do. We might have, you know, 1 or 2 batches in there here and there, but it's going to be the last one where we actually really stock the shop with full fall yarns. So.
All right, so that is it for Knitalongs, and yeah, we already talked about events, so we'll be at the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo. It's this Saturday, October 27th, and 3 o'clock we'll be in the Mint Rain Hand-Dyed Yarns booth. Okay, so next up, we are very, very excited to announce that there is a new pattern coming out by Jennifer, who is Driftless Knitter. She's on Instagram, she's on Ravelry, she's on YouTube. She designed the Ode to Autumn shawl.
This thing's awesome.
Oh my gosh, we have pictures.
Absolutely awesome.
So she used our colorways Autumn Leaves and Ruby on DK. And this is what it looks like. Oh, it's so stunning. So this is right from her Instagram page. If you want to go check it out, I've got another picture.
Yeah, and you guys actually should go and check it out on Instagram, because whatever's showing up on the actual camera screen is not going to do the pictures justice.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the pictures don't do her pattern justice even, because, I mean, she took good pictures. That's not to say she didn't take good pictures, but, I mean, I can't imagine seeing this shawl in real life.
I know it, exactly.
Awesome.
It's just, and it's a big, like, it's a big, cozy DK weight shawl. I cannot wait to knit it, so I'm really excited.
I think I'm going to knit one.
You should.
Probably, just because,
you so should.
You know, even wrapping it around like a big scarf.
Oh yeah,
it's just so cool.
Exactly.
So cool.
Yeah.
And it would work with a lot of different colors. But we were watching her podcast.
Yeah. And
she was saying Ode to Fall is, or Ode to Autumn is a poem. Was
yes.
it a poem that she
Yep,
liked?
it was a poem, and I can't remember. In the pattern, she's gonna have the information about the poem and the inspiration. But it was really, really cool.
But she's got a podcast too, and she talks about the shawl and the pattern in the podcast. But she said that it's got like almost like X mark texturing on it.
Yeah.
And it looks like a pile of leaves, sort of.
It's
and it's
so
just
cool.
falling leaves. It kind of reminds you of falling leaves too. And that's what she was saying as well. And it's so awesome. She did such a good job.
Beautiful. We were talking about how it would be really neat in a winter version too.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, we are planning on having some kits made for the shop, so it'll just be the yarn made up. So because I believe it's 3 skeins, so 2 of the main color and 1 of the contrast color and DK. So it's our Polworth DK base, and yeah, so we plan on having a few kits of those. Not sure if we'll have them for this weekend or not, but at least by next weekend for sure.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, we're really excited. We also would like to do a giveaway for a kit, because Jennifer has so graciously given us a pattern to give away. Now the pattern is releasing on November 1st, so a week from today. And so we can announce the giveaway today, and then I figure we'll draw on the next podcast. So
that'll work out great.
Yeah.
So the giveaway is going to be the pattern and 3 skeins of our yarn.
Yes.
So you are going to get a full kit. You're going to get the pattern and 3 skeins of our yarn.
Yep.
And you'll be all set to knit this Ode to Autumn shawl.
It's so beautiful.
It is amazing.
So excited. So yes, congratulations, Jennifer. It's beautiful. And yeah, we're just so over the moon happy about it. So thank you for choosing our yarn to knit.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
again,
it means a ton to us. Okay, so how do you enter this giveaway to win this prize pack? All you have to do is leave a comment in the YouTube. Okay, let's try it again. So how do you win this giveaway? So all you have to do is leave a comment below answering the question of the week, which we always do. So you'll hear the question of the week at the end of the podcast. And answer the question of the week, and then go and follow Jennifer on all her social media. So Instagram, YouTube, Ravelry. We've got the links to all those places below, so you can easily go and follow her. So, and then yeah, so that's all you gotta do.
Yep, and the links to go follow Jennifer are in the description box below the video.
Yes, right here on YouTube. Yep, so all you gotta do is just hit the little down arrow, and it'll show you everything. I'll show show notes and all the places where you can find her. So yeah. All right, works in progress. What you got?
Well, I have a hat.
A hat. Ooh.
It is. Oh, sorry. It is just apparently the year of autumn leaves, because I have a hat that I'm knitting on DK in
our
autumn leaves.
color.
So this is the Build Your Own DK weight hat by Gretchen Tracy, I think it was. And this is knitting up pretty darn cool.
It is.
It's no pooling, but look at those speckles, huh? That's
so
turned out
even.
just how I was hoping it would.
Yeah,
so,
it's beautiful.
Right now, this is on size 6s, I believe. Yeah, size 6s, and I'm knitting it on Caspian Knit Picks circulars. And the bag is from Lindsay at Simply Serving. And I've shown this bag off several times because, honestly, I just can't get enough of it. This thing is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I have a sock project in mine. I love it.
Yeah, they're awesome bags. And this particular one, it's so compact. It fits like right in a backpack for me when I go out hunting.
It fits great in my
I posted a picture
purse.
on Instagram, actually. I'd taken it out hunting with me, and it was up in my tree stand. So, yeah, it's awesome having a nice little compact bag. So far, it's been knitting up pretty well. I ended up doing this is the child size for me. Now, disclaimer, I did not do a gauge swatch or anything like that. But I ended up having to go with the child size because when I went with I originally had just gone with the adult large, and it was like really big.
It was a lot of stitches to cast, and it was like over 100 something.
It was 100 I want to say it was 120.
Yeah.
But, don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it is a free pattern too.
It is, yep. And so, as far as the crown...
we're having troubles with that.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not understanding the pattern clearly.
I couldn't figure it out either, though. Neither could your mom. Like, none of us, we could...
Yeah, so I took it to several people, and none of us could figure out the crown anyway, because I was having stitches left over, at least on the child size. I was having like 6 stitches left over, and I pulled it out and tried it like 2 or 3 times, starting from different steps, and it didn't... it wasn't working out, for me at least, and I mean, maybe somebody else it would. I don't know.
There was no comments on Ravelry about it.
No, there wasn't.
So that's what we were kind of confused about.
Which kind of leads me to believe that it's probably me, because
I couldn't figure it out. I mean, you hadn't messed up on the decreases. The stitches were right.
Yeah, and we double check. I had a couple of different people double check my stitches.
Yeah.
Read the pattern a couple of times, but either way, I found my mom actually has a book that she lent me. She lent me this little book, and it's got a DK weight hat with the same amount of stitches. Count. So that's what I'm just going to do, is use the crown out of that.
Yeah.
But other than that little snafu, it's been, I mean, it's working great.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited with how this Polworth's knitting up. This is the first time I've ever knitted on DK, actually.
Yeah.
I've done bulky and super bulky and worsted and fingering, but I've never done DK, and it's kind of a cool balance between the fingering and worsted. It knits up a lot quicker than the fingering does, but you get that really, really fine texture out of was that a bulk?
Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Well, it was both of us, but yours wasn't on silent.
Well, okay, I keep my another tangent here, but I've been keeping my phone on ring, like non-silent. I don't use vibrate. I used to always use vibrate, but I've been keeping the ringer on now, because when you put it on the wireless charger, it's iPhone 8 Plus, so it's got like the wireless charging. When you put it on the wireless charger, it'll make a sound to let you know that it's actually charging.
I see.
Whereas
so you want to know when it's done.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know that it's actually positioned in the right spot on the charger to make it. Because one time I had to get it charged up, and I just kind of sat it on the charger, and it wasn't actually in the right spot, and so it didn't charge. And I woke up the next morning, I'm at like 1% battery.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. That's funny.
Anyway, so yeah, this has been going along really, really well. You get that nice fine texture and those tight knits on that tight knitted stockinette on the DK, but with the benefits of being able to knit up really, really quickly. So definitely happy with how that's going along.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then what are you knitting?
What am I knitting? Because I got a bunch of things going on. I'm going to show this one first. So this is a new cast on, and it is in Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. And so this is a super bulky, and I am knitting up a hat, because we thought it would be kind of fun to offer a few already knitted items in our shop, because we have a few like friends and family on Facebook and stuff that don't knit, and so they've always said, oh, do you guys have things, you know, that you sell, and you know, and stuff like that. So
we actually get asked that question pretty frequently.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just knit up a couple of these and have them in the shop. So if anybody watching is interested, I know a lot of you guys that watch are actually knitters,
Right.
but if you're not and you are interested, we will have these eventually. Honestly, probably pretty darn soon, because these don't take very long at all. It took me a little bit to find the right pattern.
Right. You had kind of the same issues I had.
Exactly, actually. Exactly. This is the classic super bulky knit hat by Carol Tyler, and it is free on Ravelry. And you know, she said on hers, because there's a couple different ones where they say don't sell what you make with this, and there's a couple that say, hey, if you do, just link my pattern. So that's what she said on hers, just link the pattern if you sell them. So yeah.
How much are we going to be selling those for?
That I don't know. I didn't figure that out yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll let you guys know.
Do a little bit of market research.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm not sure what that'll, and it depends on how long it takes and things like that. But yeah, these don't take super long, so I'm kind of excited. But yeah, I don't remember the colorway for this, but I'm guessing it's like rust, because that was one of the options. So when I was putting this in on Ravelry,
like rust.
Yeah.
I know all about rust.
Yes, you do. Poor thing. That poor truck.
The truck's in great shape, except for like the few things that were wrong with it. Again, I'll talk about that in life stuff, but oh my lord.
The needle sizes are, you do the brim in a size US 13, and the body is done in a size US 15. So this is fun. I'm really enjoying knitting on these huge needles and just how fast it knits up. And
it hurts my hands.
Oh, it's great.
It hurts your hands. It hurts my hands to knit that much. I can do it for a little while, but knitting that heavy of a weight, because I think there's so much motion involved in actually like manipulating.
It's almost
that
comical,
yarn.
like how big they are.
Really
like you
is.
feel like you're just overdoing it. You know, like you're over exaggerating it.
Like the clown shoe equivalent of yarn.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So, well, also one thing we did want to mention too is if these, I got a couple of skeins of these, so there's gonna be some different colors, but if these go well, like I'm a little worried I'm probably a little late on like the fall color train, because you know we're kind of going into,
yeah.
So it is what it is. Otherwise I'll just keep them around for next year. But we were thinking it'd be kind of neat if these go well, we could offer them in a bulky weight of our yarn. So that's kind of the plan after we use up the Thick and Quick. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. So and that was your idea.
I wonder who came up with the name Thick and Quick.
Yeah.
Like how'd they straight face pitch that at the meeting? You know, like and who did at the meeting? I mean,
I'm just gonna drink my tea over here.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying at the meeting, who kept a straight face when they said, "So we want it Thick and Quick."
Who kept a straight face at the meeting when they came up?
I mean, maybe people are just more mature than I am, but you gotta be kidding me if you're telling me that a room full of adults are able to sit straight face when someone says, "Yeah, we're definitely gonna name this Thick and Quick."
That's gonna go well.
Right. No one will ever joke about that on a knitting podcast.
Nope, never.
But anyway, yeah, so that's, they're knitting up really well. Are you done with the ribbing?
Oh, yeah, yep. It's a straight stockinette now.
Cool. This is the first, did you go up to 15s?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going to say, it's a little tight right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've only done one row with them, so it's still.
Yeah. What else you got on the needles?
Oh, let's see here. What else do I got going on? No more Thick and Quick. That's done. So
for now.
For now, yeah. So you can rest easy.
God, it's too easy.
So next, what I've got going on is this is a test knit for Lindsay at Simply Serving. So she said I could show this on the podcast. I'm really excited. I'm very, very excited for her. First of all, I will show my bag, because this
girl does patterns too. Can you believe that?
I know, she's just like a jack of all trades. Like she's killing it. So and for those of you who don't know, Lindsay is Simply Serving HK on Etsy, and she offers little little polymer clay progress keepers stitch
Although
markers.
If you've watched any of the last podcasts, you probably know exactly who Lindsay is.
Exactly.
We can't stop talking about her stuff because
she's
it's
amazing.
so cool.
Yes, and she's our bestie.
She is.
So this is from Jamie at Random Fandom Bags, and we did a swap. So this says my favorite color is October. So it's just so perfect because we have our colorway. My favorite color is October. So it was just like so perfect. And I just love the way this bag is made. I love the inside here. And look at the back. This really cute fall patchwork on it. So she just makes really, really lovely bags. She makes a ton of others. She makes really cute little Harry Potter ones. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're so cute. So definitely go check out Jamie as well. Like I said, it's Random Fandom Bags. And yeah, this is what my little test knit is being housed in. So, okay, so I don't have much done. So unfortunately, this isn't going to do it justice. But I'll show you what I do have done. So it's a colorwork mitten. It's called the Yuletide Mittens, and I decided to go with like a blue and white. Also, this is one of Lindsay's progress keepers, so because we're nearing Halloween, I had to put my little ghosty on there, a little ghost cookie. So this is the cuff. So it's a really neat lace cuff, and I'll put it on so you can see. So yeah, so you can see the lace in here, and like I'm on the first, I think I've done the first row of colorwork, so you can't, there's not really much to show there yet. But it's just got this really pretty, like a floral motif to it, and it's just really, really gorgeous. So
It is.
yeah, I can't wait. These are going to be a gift. I'm not going to say who for because I don't know if they watch or not. But yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. Maybe we'll like.
I almost asked you who it was, like right here. Not too sharp today.
I love it. But yes, so
just tell me.
just tell me. So yeah. Oh, the yarn that I'm using.
It's me.
It's not real. So I don't know. Do they watch? So this is Patton's, just classic worsted, and then this is Nature Spun, right? Yes, Nature Spun Nordic Blue.
Hey, did I get that for you?
No,
that's the one you already had.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got me a fingering weight one.
Yes,
that
I
was
did.
really cool.
I was gonna say I remember like I
the
got you
name.
Nature Spun at some point.
Yeah, it was a really pretty gold.
Yeah.
I can't wait to use that one in some color work too. So yes, that is the test knit for Miss Lindsay, and I can't wait. So they should be out, I think she said, sometime around Thanksgiving, just after Thanksgiving. But yeah, really excited. So let's see.
You got your Syphilis sweater, don't you?
I do, but I haven't really been working on that one.
Well, people might not have seen it.
Well, then why don't we show it?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay. So, oh, I love it. Every time I get this bag out, I'm really want to work on it. So, good call, good call.
She'll start working on it once I start talking and life stuff.
Exactly, exactly. So, where are we at here? Where's my little progress keeper?
Right now it's a tube top.
And this is upside down. There's my progress keeper. So, it's a little pumpkin pie. And this one is from Amanda at Little Bitty Delights. Oh my gosh, she's also amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So cute. So, yeah, so that's literally all I've got done since the last time I showed, so not much. But, yeah, this is the Syphilis sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And I actually asked her how to say it because we were having a discussion.
It was a last name.
We were having a discussion on how to pronounce it. So here is the front. Oh my gosh. Okay, I really want to work on this now. Really bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on this during life stuff. This is the front. And this was my birthday cast on, which my birthday was back in May. However, I had cast it on, messed it up,
but this is
ripped it out.
fingering weight. I mean, it's a sweater out of fingering weight. It's going to take a while.
It's going to take forever.
Yeah.
The last fingering weight garment I made was the Madewell cardigan, and that one took me over a year. Mind you, I had like 10 other projects.
You knit me socks.
Yeah, but I'm saying like big,
Yeah.
you know, sweater type thing. I knit a cardigan out of fingering weight, and
Yeah,
but I
the
love
Madewell
the
cardigan.
feeling of it.
You were wearing that around this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really love a fingering weight garment. It's just really nice for kind of like in between, you know.
Well, it's something that you can wear up till it's like pretty much hot out.
Yeah, exactly. And like also if you're wearing it inside, It's a really good, you know, it's not like a super thick, bulky sweater, so you can wear it inside and not get overheated, you know. So yeah, this is, I'm going to be doing the long sleeve version. There's a short sleeve and a long sleeve, but I really like the long sleeve. It comes down and you have like this motif a little bit on the bottom as well. And it's so cute. So yes, and this is our yarn too. This is Orchid, the Orchid colorway, and then Dove. Yeah, I never remember if it's Dove or Dove Gray. I think it's Dove. Even though I named it.
Back at the sold out because it's not in the shop right now.
But yeah, I think it's just Dove. But yeah, I really love this gray though. It's like, it's the perfect gray. I love that color. So yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna show off my bag. So this is Daisy Girl and Company. Now this is my original one that I had messed up.
I didn't realize you hadn't completely ripped that out.
Nope. I don't know why. I think I just didn't want to. I don't remember why I didn't.
I don't blame you. I mean, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, and I figured I would just keep it around. Like if I run out of yarn, then I can stick from this. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. When I get to the sleeves, I'm going to use the yarn from this because it would be from the same dye lot. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes. But I don't know why I didn't rip it out. But yeah, so this is my Daisy Girl and Company bag. Really, really amazing. This is my little sock that Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady made me. We did a swap, gosh, almost 2 years ago. And she gave me that, so I think that's cute.
What needles are you knitting that on?
This is, well, the needles are Knit Pick Sunstruck, but size-wise, let's see, because I don't remember. Size 6, US 6.
Those Sunstruck needles are awesome if you're working with dark yarn, especially.
Yeah.
They're so bright.
I really like those needles.
Definitely.
I'm a big fan. Oh my gosh, and now I'm obsessed with Addie's.
Yeah, she's...
Oh, I've been knitting on my Texture Time knit along with Stephen West, which I didn't bring that over either. Should I show? Oh, I got it right here. Should I show that? Let's show that.
Yeah, so spoiler alert.
Yeah, okay, so if you're working on the West Knits Mystery knit along, look away. And I'll get a timestamp and put it so you can skip ahead. But I have some Addie needles that, these were, I kind of came into these. They were from a family friend who had...
Yep.
Wasn't able to knit anymore. So I got these needles and they were my first, these weren't my first time using Addie's, but they were the first time I was ever exposed to them. I also knit a bobble hat using them and they're the bee's knees. I love them. So this is the one with the gold cable. So I don't know exactly which one that is. For anyone that does know Addie's, might know which one that is, but yeah, it's got a gold cable. They're amazing. I love them so much. So here is my shawl if I haven't already flashed it on accident. So I am still on clue 2. I've just been kind of very slowly trucking away at this. But this was clue 1. And then this is all I got done this week for clue 2. And I'm really loving these Latvian braids. They're a little cumbersome, but I really like them. And he has a way to do it so that you just cut the yarns. You don't have to mess with, you know, having the balls of yarn twist around. But
your color choices on this were really, really cool.
Thanks. I was really having doubts on this first clue. I just was a little like, oh, it just looks kind of muddy.
It doesn't look like Stephen West's typical color choices, but other than that, it's awesome. I like it.
Thanks.
A lot. And I think it's going to be a lot more wearable.
Exactly. And that's what I needed. I needed something a little more
because
neutral.
all you really had neutral was your Madewell cardigan.
Yeah, exactly. And my, well, that one blue one that I've got on the Spice Market is kind of, I can go with a lot.
So what do you think is going to be the deal with this? What do you think he's going to...
Oh, I have no idea. Okay, so for those of you who are following along, Clue 3 has already come out. And that, so what you do for Clue 3, so let's see, how does this work again? I think this, it's really weird, like this is the top. So, yeah, this is what was throwing me off. I thought this was the bottom. So you have a wing coming out this way, and then you'll have a wing coming out this way. And then after that, the next clue, Clue 3, was you do these like little, like rectangular panels that come down. So it reminds me of what I kept saying, like something like a pastor, like a, what do you call those? I can't think of what they're called, but you know where it goes around their neck and it goes all the way down. Like, I was like, is that what this is gonna look like? But then there's one more clue coming out, and it's gonna be tonight to tomorrow is when it comes out, and I'm totally gonna look in the spoilers. I have found out for me, it's way more fun that way. So I know I was like, no, I don't like seeing spoilers. But once I realized that I can't keep up,
yeah,
then I just want to see them.
Well, and you're gonna see them anyway because
exactly,
you know,
exactly. I mean, so that's kind of where I've gone. After I realized I wasn't keeping up with Clue 2, I was like, well, I'm just not gonna wait. So
tomorrow
I'm
he's gonna tell you what to do with those extra ends.
Yes, yes. I was watching his Instagram live, and he said he's gonna explain what to do with these. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really like his stuff. He's got a sale going. I don't know if he still does because he just turned 30. And he was saying that like all of his patterns are on sale. And there's the Marled Magic sweater, which at first I didn't really have any interest in. But I've seen a few people do it and it's so cool. Like, oh, it's so cool. So I'm kind of interested in that one because it's kind of like a swancho type thing, but I don't know. But a lot of people use like hand spun for it, and it just looks really neat. So these are the colors. So the main color, and this is all on our yarn, this is Chocolate Toffee. And then we've got Lovebird. And we've got Your Song. And Fossil. And Aubergine. So I think Aubergine is the only one left in the shop, and there's one skein left. So all these other ones are not there currently. But yeah. So that is my mystery knit along shawl, and I'm loving it. The Addies. Oh goodness, I gotta show this off too. This is a little pumpkin spice latte from Miss Lindsay at Simply Serving, and a little pumpkin. Oh god, it kills me. I love that thing, and it matches my knitting, so it makes me happy. Okay, so that was a little bit on my mystery knit along, and I think that's it then for Works in Progress. I have some spinning to show. So
yes,
I'll show that. Oh, right. For spinning this week, I started a little braid from Ice Melon's stash, which is Dana. And she's here in Michigan. And this is as far as I've gotten.
Is she going to be at the Ann Arbor Fiber Show?
Oh, I think she is. You know, I don't remember. It's been a bit since I looked at the vendor list.
She's always got this big cardboard cutout of
yes.
What's his face? I don't know.
Oh gosh, I know his name too. Is the guy from Supernatural.
One of the main characters.
Oh, I totally know his
I've
name.
never even seen not even one episode of this show.
I used to watch it, but I don't remember what his name is.
I probably wouldn't admit it if I did, but
I think his name he's Dean. Okay, because what throws me off is the other guy is Dean in Gilmore Girls, but his name is Sam on that show. So it's the guy who's Dean. It's that.
Okay, yeah.
That's
so she's always got this
huge
life-size cardboard cutout.
Yeah, and he wears a shawl and hats. And
yeah.
It's awesome. So yeah, if you're at the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo, that is Dana's booth.
You'll know immediately.
So this is some of the roving that I spun up. So this is organic Pullworth. Yeah, 100% organic Pullworth, and it says hand-dyed roving. It's the Pleased as Patina colorway. So it's very, very pastel. It's hard to see it on there, but these are some of the little nests. So you can kind of get the color vibe going on there. And it's just so pretty.
Really cool pastels.
I know, I love it. So my plan with these, I'm going for a 2-ply worsted. And since it's carded, it's not comb top, I'm doing it, I'm spinning it with the short backwards draft with letting twist in. Is what I'm doing. And yeah, so it's like going to be a woolen spun yarn, so it'll be nice and lofty, and I'm really loving it. Like I said last time when I was talking about my spinning, I want to practice my woolen spun yarns. But yeah, I'm loving it so much. I really would like to get a bunch of worsted weight spun up to be able to do either the night shift cowl or I think she called it the night shift shawl. The shift cowl and the night shift shawl by Andrew Mowry. And it's so pretty. It's perfect for hand spun. So I've got a couple of hand spun up in that basket, but not all of them go together. So yeah, that's kind of I think that's totally what's going to be on my radar now when I go to Ann Arbor is find some that go together and I can spin it for either that cowl or that shawl. So
Definitely.
yeah, but that's all I've got going on for spinning. I spin on a Ashford Kiwi 2 and I love it, and it's just wonderful.
It's so far done everything you need it to.
Yeah, he got it for me for our anniversary a couple of years ago now. 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So yeah, I love it. It's great. So I'm really happy with it. It's a great price point and it's just a wonderful wheel. So highly recommend it. But yeah, that's what I've got going on for spinning. And next we'll move into shop update. Okay, so before we move into shop update, we have one more thing we wanted to talk about. We did receive a very sweet little package in the mail this week from Serena at Wild in the Woods. So what did she send us?
Oh my gosh. She sent us some awesome stuff. Okay, so first off, and it didn't arrive like this, I actually tore the package a little bit to smell it, but she sent us some Faux Botanicals soap. It's rose petals and calendula? Yeah, calendula. And oh my lord.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so that's
seriously,
what it looks
Serena,
like.
you are amazing.
Seriously. Alright. There we go. Yeah, so check this out. And the soap itself looks so cool.
Yeah.
The only reason I haven't used it yet was because I wanted to show it in the package
Exactly.
on the podcast, but tonight I'm going to be using it. And probably you too. Like,
Yeah, seriously. I'm
it's
totally
so
going to steal
awesome.
it. It's amazing.
And like smell that. Like,
I know.
It's...
Oh my gosh, seriously.
So,
you are so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It says handcrafted in small batches on Vancouver Island. www.wildinthewoodsshop.com.
Yes, we're gonna have a link in the description box so you can go check her out. Oh, I want to show her pin.
Yep.
Her pin was on my bag. She sent us these pins. What happened was I had won a giveaway from her, and so she sent us these pins, and I had won some yarn from her, which she also does naturally dyed yarn.
Yeah.
And it's very amazing. It's rustic. It's so good, so good. So yeah. I love Serena. So, you guys need to go check her out.
So, this is the other thing she sent me. Well, sent us. I mean, I assume
this is for you, yeah. This one's
I
definitely
assume
for
this
you.
one was for me. Okay, so this is the Faux Botanicals Wolfish beard wax. She made this, and it matches perfectly. It matches perfectly the soap, or not the soap, the bath soak that she had sent us.
Yes, that was the bath salts that I won in that giveaway.
Yup.
We were talking about it on the podcast about how amazing it was and how amazing it smelled, and you really liked the smell of it, and you were like, oh, I wish I could just wear that smell. So she so graciously was like, oh, I can do that. You know, I can make him up a beard oil. So she made him up a beard oil.
Okay, so check this out.
And it's of that same scent. So I love it. Because then when you wear it, I can just smell it all the time.
And it's this awesome amber color. Check that out.
It is so cool.
So this stuff I have been using daily, every single day.
And when he puts it on, like, you can just smell it everywhere.
Like,
and
yeah.
it's awesome.
What's really cool, okay.
I love it.
Most beard oil, the manufacturer says, 1 to 2 drops, rub it between your hands, put it in your beard. All right, cool. And then you end up having to use, like, a lot of beard oil to actually even get it through your beard. And then halfway through the day, I don't know whether the oil kind of dissociates and all of the components in the oil just kind of like, I don't know, break up, because the smell changes pretty substantially throughout the day. I'm speaking of most commercially made beard oils. This stuff, you actually do only have to put 1 or 2 drops. It's strong, and I like that.
Awesome.
You put 1 or 2 drops in your hands, rub it through your beard, and the scent stays the same throughout the entire day, and it's so amazing. Good. It's so it smells it smells natural.
Yeah, it does.
And the description on here is 100% vegan and cruelty free, organic sweet almond oil, organic was it jojoba? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know if it's jojoba or jojoba, but
all right, well,
I've heard both.
I say jalapeno, so it's jojoba.
You do.
Organic argan oil, vitamin E oil, sea buckthorn oil, wild-crafted St. John's wort oil, wildflower blend, and essential oils. And this stuff, thank you so much, Serena.
Seriously, that was the sweetest thing ever. It was such a surprise. I came home one day and we had this package, so.
This stuff is so good. Like,
Amazing.
Again, smell-o-vision. I wish we had it
Yeah.
because you guys would be smelling this nonstop.
So
Oh,
good.
man.
And I know the soap's going to be amazing too.
Oh, the soap's going to be phenomenal. Like I said, I had to pull the package out a little bit just to smell it even better because it's so good. So thanks again, Serena.
Yes,
we totally
thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
And I've been using that beard oil absolutely every
Daily.
single day. Sometimes twice a day just because it smells so good.
And he was so excited when, because I had opened it up like on accident because it had my name on it. So I just opened it up and then I was like, oh my God, he's going to be so excited. So yeah, that was really cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So yay. Thank you again, Serena. And everybody go check out her website and her Instagram.
Do.
Her Instagram is beautiful. Oh, I think it's wild underscore in
I've
underscore
got it right
though
here,
underscore
actually.
woods.
At wild underscore in the underscore woods.
Okay. Yes. Go give her a check out because her pictures are gorgeous. It's just amazing.
Can't beat it.
So yes, now we'll move on to shop update. Okay, so for shop update, we will have one just like usual this Friday, October 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern. And our shop can be found at www.thewoolenhomestead.etsy.com. And yeah, so why don't we
We better not ever change that because you've said it so often now.
Oh, I know.
www.thewoolenhomestead.etsy.com because
like rolls
it's
off
gonna
the tongue now.
it's gonna be like when I switch jobs.
Oh yeah.
You know, I used to answer the phone
Yes.
with my old job, you know, because it's
Yeah.
just so ingrained in your
Oh,
mind
yeah.
that
I
so
give
we
out my
better-
work phone number all the time
Yep.
instead of my own phone number because I do calls from work all the time. It's the same thing.
Hello, thank you so much for you just get this pre-recorded thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, shop update.
Yeah, so as far as what's coming in the shop, we're not quite sure yet exactly what we're going to have for
Because
tomorrow.
I'm dyeing it today.
Yes.
So, as you guys watch this, the yarn will probably be dyeing still.
Yeah.
Because I'm going right from here out dyeing yarn.
Yes.
Because again, it's been a freaking busy week again. I can't get on top of stuff. It's just unreal.
He's been dealt a really crappy hand this week, so you'll hear more. But it's just
it
giving me
could
trouble.
be worse. You know, knock on wood. It could be worse, but it's just been crazy. We'll talk more about it in the life stuff. But this fall,
just unfortunate.
This fall,
I would
man,
say.
it's just been bananas.
Yeah.
Straight up bananas. Anyway, so what we have in the shop. This is stuff, we're going to start out with things that we have more than one of, and then we'll move from that to things that we have only one of in the shop.
Yes.
So, this is supposed to be over here. This right here is butterscotch. And we've got, I forgot how many we've got in the shop of this, but it's a really cool...
We got 4 of those.
4 of these? Okay, cool. So this is a really neat gold color. It's actually looks a lot like our corn maze colorway. And it's got some nice dark brown speckles throughout the skein. And some of the speckles are pretty fine there. And you can kind of see that.
It's kind of Hufflepuff-esque, except it's brown. You know, not like a gray or a black, but... In certain lights, it's kind of Hufflepuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I had originally kind of envisioned this as like a transition fall color, like between Halloween and Thanksgiving.
It really reminds me of like Indian corn.
Yeah.
You know?
We probably should have called it Indian.
That would have been a good name.
Dang it.
Maybe we'll rename it. Or we can mess with it.
It's butterscotch, but...
It's butterscotch, but... You'll know. You'll know.
You'll know. This is chrysalis. There's a few of these in the shop as well, and this is like an emerald green color.
This one.
And we have some pinks in there, and some really cool gold and browns, and yellows, and there's some blue speckled throughout that as well. This is we originally introduced this in the shop on MCN, and this is on the sturdy sock base. So we also have pumpkin spice. Yay. I think there's 2 of these in the shop, isn't there?
I can see. We got my shop right here.
But this is a rustic...
We got 4.
Okay, we got 4 of these? Wow, cool. Well, this is a nice rustic orange colorway. And this is probably... This will be the last week probably that this will be in. Unless somebody makes a huge custom order and we have a little bit left over. Other than that, this is... probably going to be the last week we put this one in then. And this is a nice rustic orange. And it's tonal orange as well. It kind of varies in intensity throughout the skein. And yeah, that one's
someone knit a pair of socks out of this. If you go to our tagged photos on our Instagram, you can see a pair of socks out of that. It's
Definitely.
really cool.
So we also have Twist and Shout. This is a one of a kind.
Yes.
There will not be any more of this ever. Like, even if someone made a custom order, there's
no
no
way to
such thing.
repeat it.
I didn't write down the recipe and just had fun doing whatever I was doing. And this is, there's a lot of color in this one. It's blue, kind of a bluish base with like a bluish purple base with more intense purples in there, some green, some pinks.
It's really like gemstone-y. That would have been
Yeah.
a good color name, would be gemstone or something like that.
Yep.
We might rename that one, because that's really, if you like jewel tones,
Yeah, this is,
it's very jewel
got
tone.
a lot of jewel tones in it. But that's a nice one. I
Yeah.
like that one quite a bit. I kind of wish I could repeat that. 'Cause
I know.
I like that one
And that's
a lot.
what's hard about one of a kinds.
So the next one we've got is You're a Firework, and this is on a really, really, really light gray base. So much so that you would think that it's white, unless you had white next to it. So if you, I mean, it would make a really cool colorway in a shawl or something like that. You could even transition it to white, and I think that would look really cool if you alternated skeins as you faded them together.
Look really pretty in a fade.
Yeah. So there's some nice bright purple pops in there, some bright pink pops in there, and it's really fine speckling in this one as well. This is Sweet Pea. This is a really, really dusky pink with a light dusky pink with some really, really light mint streaked throughout. It's pretty cool. I really like that one. We also have, these are the ones that we only have one of
Right.
left in the shop from here on out. Meaning from here on out on the podcast. We'll probably have more throughout. This is Swoon. Did we list this as a one of a kind?
Yes.
I think we did. I was gonna say I thought we did. I didn't write the pattern down for this, or the dye recipe for this one down either. So this is the last one of Swoon, and this one is a one of a kind. And it's got some nice gold flecks in there, some bright yellows, some purples and pinks as well. Nice and fine speckling over a white base. We also have my favorite color is October. We showed this a little bit earlier. And this is the last one in the shop. We may or may not bring it back yet this year, but you know, the autumn season is slowly converting into the December season, especially for knitters. You know, we're a little bit ahead of everybody else just because you know, you
Gotta have time to knit your stuff.
Exactly. So this is my favorite color is October. Nice bright emerald green, some bright orange, and some bright purple as well. This is the next one that we have. This one is Aubergine. And this is a nice purple tonal. And it just varies in intensity of that purple, a really dark, dusky purple throughout. And we'll see if we can, there we go. There we go. So it just varies in intensity in that purple throughout the skein. Well, the next one that's in stock in the shop, again, we only have one of these left. This is Hunter's Orange on Sturdy Sock. This is the first time we had it in Sturdy Sock. We've had it on we've had it on worsted, we've had it on DK, but this is the first time on Sturdy Sock. And I mean, it's pretty self-descriptive what the color is. It's a nice, bright, blazing Hunter's Orange. This would make great socks. It would make a great scarf. Just about anything.
Just sock head hat with it.
Totally. So.
So pretty.
Yeah. This is Which Better Have My Candy. This has lots of color in it. There's greens, golds, yellows, purples. There's some black in there, bright orange. And with all of that color, I'm sure you can guess which one of us dyed that. And this is over a nice bright white base.
I have to add all of the colors all the time.
I know, every time I reproduce a color from you, I'm just speckling stuff in going, oh my gosh, like this is going to bleed so
it's like
bad.
panicking
and it never
him.
bleeds. Like yours never bleeds.
Sometimes it does, but colorways that have like gone over and over, those ones don't bleed. But there were some when I was first starting out trying different ones. I'm like, oh god, what do I do?
But this is Corn Maze, and this is the last one left here. And we also have vintage blue jeans as well.
I always think those pair well together.
Yeah,
For our you of
go blue. But these are each tonals. Nice maize tonal and nice blue tonal as well. And these do go pretty well together. And And yeah, I'm a really fan of the way, I'm a big fan of the way these go together.
Oh yeah.
If these don't sell.
Especially after the game last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, we walked on state. Anyway, yeah, if these don't sell, I may make myself some.
Oh yeah, do some color work.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is it for what we've got in the shop. Remember those ones in the last half? Those were all one skeins, and yeah. So yep, we got an update this Friday. It's the 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you guys there.
So.
Life stuff. This is the portion of the podcast where we talk about what's been going on in our lives.
Yeah. Okay, so where do we start? Let's start on a good note.
Oh, should we start though real quick with that question we had so we don't forget it?
Yeah, and so we don't run the battery down.
We have 2 now.
Yeah, we do have 2, so that's been making a big difference. So question of the week. You announced the question of the week this week.
Okay, question of the week is, what is your favorite fall activity?
I think we know what mine is, but what's yours?
Mine? Okay.
You
so
can't say knitting.
No, but I had a
do that
couple.
all year.
Yeah, I had a couple. So I love going to like an apple barn or like an apple orchard of some sort. I love doing that, which we haven't done yet this year, and I really think we should. I love doing that, but I also really, really love, and this is really simple, but just like taking our dogs for a walk in the woods in the fall. I love that.
Yeah, that's
with like some warm coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Mine's hunting.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
It's given.
Yeah. Hands down. You look forward to that all year.
But I mean, if we were going to say, because we knew that was going to be a given, I'm going to pick a second.
It's like my
favorite
knitting.
One.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick a second favorite one.
Okay.
And it's probably, man. I was going to say watching football.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably watching football.
Yeah, that is
I love
biggie.
watching football. I mean, I look forward all year to that.
I was going to say, that's one of the things that when it's getting towards fall, we're always talking about, oh man, it's almost football time.
Definitely.
You know.
So, yeah, comment below what your favorite fall activity is.
Yes.
If it's knitting, you better be only knitting in the fall. Don't just say knitting. Yeah, and this is also for the giveaway for the Ode to Autumn shawl kit and pattern giveaway.
Yeah.
The other things you need to do in order to enter that giveaway is to go follow Jennifer on every single one of her social media. She's the Driftless Knitter on Instagram. We're going to have she's on YouTube, Instagram, and Ravelry. I don't know about Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not sure there.
But we'll have links on where to go follow her in the description box below this video. So just underneath, just click the little expansion tab underneath underneath the video to expand the description box, and you can find where to follow her.
Yes.
And again, this is for a giveaway for the Ode to Autumn shawl kit and the pattern.
Yeah, so it's the yarn and the pattern. And then really quick, we had a question that was in the comments, I think from last week's episode. Somebody wanted to know how we prevent our ladders on when we do magic loop or DPNs.
Let me show you. So, because I've been working extensively on this, I've been doing a little bit of independent research. And we
had a lot of people that commented.
Yes, we did.
A couple weeks ago, they gave us some really good tips.
So I'm gonna knit on this actually because you're using magic loop.
Mm-hmm.
And it would work the same for double pointed needles. And this is a kind of a continuation of what we had seen some of the some comments, and I didn't fully, and I think this is exactly what they were talking about, but I didn't fully grasp it in my brain when I read the comments. So the key to preventing laddering when you're working magic loop method, and you could do it the same with double points as well, is to tighten the first and second stitch after you pull through for magic loop. So once you get to the point where you've made your loop and you've knitted to the end of your needle, you've got to stop and pull back through again. And the first 2 stitches you want to make a little bit tighter than usual. I was doing that, but it still wasn't really stopping my laddering because what I wasn't doing was pulling it tight. You got to kind of pull it through take up the slack inside the ladder itself, and you'll actually see it happen. So
I didn't know about the first stitch. I thought it was just the second one, but I didn't know.
Check this out.
This is the first
okay,
and the
so
second. Okay.
You knit through to the, wow, this is tight.
Which is weird because I'm not a tight knitter, so
You're
I don't
not.
know.
It's just because wow, holy cow. There we go. So basically you knit through, and I'm going to get to the end of this one and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This really is comical.
I know, isn't it?
I feel like I'm knitting with huge gloves on or something. So I've been tightening the first stitch down, and so far it's been helping really, really well, because on my build your own DK weight hat, you can't tell where my split is in my magic loop. I'm sure there's a real term for that, but so basically what we're going to do is I knit to the end, and then since I knit to the end, so that I'm already at the end there, and then I pull this through. Where in the world have you got?
Let me see.
I need to fix this really quick.
Oh, it's because we're not at the end.
Okay, so
we got a new cord on it.
We did get a new cord on it because the last cord was a little bit too short, and the magic loop wasn't working. The loop was slipping through pretty much every time that we changed over. So anyway, we're at the beginning of the round where you would normally get your ladder, which would be right down in this area right here. Alright, so we're at the beginning of the round where you would normally get your ladder right in this area. So what I'm going to do is knit this stitch and this stitch a little bit tightly. And I'm going to pull the slack from the ladder through on this stitch and tighten this stitch up. And that, for me, that has been the key to avoiding the laddering. So first what I'll do is not drop a stitch. First what I'll do is knit the first stitch. That comes off like that. So you can see that the first stitch has been knit, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of pull it tight like that, and I'm just going to take up any extra slack by pulling that tight. Then I'll pull the second stitch off and kind of tighten that one down, and what it does is, you can kind of see on here, what it kind of does is it locks that stitch in, and you pull off any excess from the ladder, if that makes any sense. It's a little hard to explain how that works, but it does work. So that's how I prevent the laddering. I take the first stitch, and then I take the yarn, my working yarn, and once I get the stitch off of the first stitch, I just kind of like pull on that working yarn and move it down, and you can kind of see the ladder disappearing. And so far it's worked out for me. Yay. So what do we have next?
Well, now I guess we'll officially get into life stuff. So what we've been doing. So last time we talked to you guys, we just got back from our Elton John concert that week. So we didn't really talk about it much.
No, because I was out dyeing yarn last week.
Yep.
And didn't have time really, so we wanted to talk about it together.
But we wanted to make sure we got a proper podcast in today.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't do like what we did last week again.
Yeah.
Just because we wanted to make sure that we could sit down with you guys and chat. So, yes, the concert was amazing.
It was insane.
It was on the 15th in Grand Rapids at the Van Andel Arena, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever been
awesome.
to. Like, it was
just crazy amount of energy.
Yeah. We did put up a vlog too if you want to check that out. It's on here on the channel. It's probably like 2 videos back. And so you can kind of get an overview of what it was like. But it was just...
It was phenomenal.
Jaw-dropping, amazing.
I mean, his voice is still so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so powerful.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'll bet you people in the nosebleeds would have still been able to hear him if he didn't have a mic.
I agree.
I mean, probably not
that's
well,
a big
obviously,
arena.
but and his voice would have been completely destroyed by the end of the performance had he done that. But his voice is that powerful. And he's like, what, 70 years
71,
old?
Yeah.
71 years old.
It's crazy.
And all of his musicians were crazy good. The percussionist was
killer.
Crazy good. I mean, just absolutely awesome. They played Indian Sunset, and just the drums were amazing. You could feel it in your chest.
Yeah.
You could absolutely feel it in your chest.
And I think there's, not from this concert, but I think there is a live version of that with both of them doing it online on YouTube. So you have to check it out. It's just... And he played a lot of the hits, you know, and it was great because it was just like a big sing-along, you know what I mean? Like, I was up and dancing, like, the whole time, and just, and when I was sitting down, I was trying to dance, like.
And we were some of the younger.
Yeah, we really were.
There
was a handful of younger people, but it was mostly, like, baby boomer age, you know.
Which was pretty cool because, you know, you didn't have a bunch of drunk jerks, you know, spilling beer on you.
Yeah, exactly. It was really a good crowd.
I'll tell you what, the volume of the concert was just at the upper limit of what was comfortable. It was pretty cool because had they turned those amps up even a little bit more, it would have been painful to listen to.
Yeah.
As it was, my ears were ringing for like 2 days, but totally worth it. I'm listening to this going, man, you know, like the decibel range that you always hear, like this decibel range is safe to listen to for 15 minutes. This is safe to listen to for 5 minutes.
Listen to it for 3 hours.
I think we sustained some hearing damage there.
Probably.
You
should
know,
have brought those little foam.
No, I mean, come on. You don't want to listen to Elton John through earplugs.
Oh, you can just hear him just fine, though.
Besides, you can only hear the tinnitus when it's quiet. Once, you know, you can only hear it way before you're going to sleep, and then you can't hear it at all. Besides, my hearing's kind of shot.
Yeah, see,
anyway.
I remember we discussed this. I know what your plan is. Your plan is to get hearing aids, so that way when I'm talking, you can just turn them right down. Yep. I know your plan.
Playing the long game here.
You're committed. Okay, so another biggie that happened this week was your truck. Again.
Oh.
Again.
Lord have mercy. So basically, I was driving home from the woods, and my brakes felt a little bit spongy, and I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
And this was last Friday.
And I'm like, whatever, I'll take a look at it when I get home. And when I put it in reverse, there was like a little rattling, and I was like, what the heck is going on with that? But it only happened in reverse. Well, generally in reverse, your revolutions per minute on your engine are a little bit lower, and so everything shakes a little bit more. And so I wanted to make sure it's not something in the transmission, like the reverse gear is getting chewed up, or is it just a clip or something underneath the body of the car? I mean, it's a Michigan truck, so, and it's a 2002. And in pretty good shape, but still, you know, when something gets that old, stuff's gonna start breaking. So I came home and I said to Tiffany, all right, put it on, you know, I had some chocks under the back wheels, but I said, put it in reverse and hold the brake. I said, but don't let your foot off the brake because I'm going to be under the truck, because that was the only thing that was rattling was and when
no
it was
pressure.
in reverse.
He's underneath the truck and I have to put it in reverse.
Well, but you have to hold your foot on the brake, and you have to.
And I did too.
And I had the wheels chucked, and I said, but just keep. You know, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't like pull your foot off the brake for a second. Like,
exactly. No, I'm glad you did.
It
scared the crap out of me.
So, you were applying the brake
efficiently.
Over
efficiently, I think.
She was basically
slammed on it. I was like, I am not moving this thing. Like, there's no way that I'm running over my husband.
So I'm underneath the car, and all of a sudden she puts that brake on, and I just hear psh. I'm like, no. And I look, and sure enough, with the amount of pressure that she had put on the brake, there was just enough pressure to bust my rear brake line. And now that shouldn't have happened. Like, I'm not saying it was because it was like you putting that much pressure on the pedal is what gave it its like death now. Like putting that much pressure. But it's better
that it happened in the driveway rather than out on the road.
But what you had done was the effect of equivalent of slamming your brakes on in an emergency stop. That's how much pressure you'd put on. So I mean, you put a ton of pressure through those lines, but it should have been able to take that.
Yeah.
I found a rusted piece of line. So, it was just spraying fluid, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. And I've got so much going on this week with dyeing yarn, getting ready for going down to Ann Arbor. we're just going to take it over to Midas and just have them look at it and see, because you know normally a brake line replacement's like $200, $250, and yeah, I could have gotten the parts for it for like $50, $60, but I'm so busy I didn't have the time to do it. And to me, and brake lines are my least favorite thing to do. I will do almost anything else on a car aside from transmission work.
You do pretty much everything else on our cars. You keep you keep those alive.
We hardly ever take them to the dealerships.
Yeah.
I hate doing transmission work, but I'll do it. But brake lines are my least favorite because brake lines are basically steel, right? And brake fluid itself is hydrophilic, and so it absorbs water, and it absorbs water from the air. Anytime you open your brake reservoir, I mean, moisture from the air can get into the brake reservoir, and so very, very slowly what ends up happening is this water starts corroding steel lines. And it also corrodes the fittings, and so half the time what'll happen is the fitting will get corroded onto the brake line, and you can't get the fitting off, and you end up twisting the brake line off like you would like a bread tie braking, and then you have to replace the whole line back, and there's special flaring tools you have to use. Nothing ever comes off easy, and then when you're done, you're still not done because you have to go through and actually bleed the air out of the system, which is another
it just started to get kind of like chilly out.
Yeah.
Like it's been like decent, and then
so I was like, screw it, I'm not doing it this time. I'm just gonna pay somebody else because you know I've got to dye a bunch of yarn this week, and we don't, you know, it'll be fine. So we take it over to Midas, and they take a look at it on Saturday, and they don't call me till Monday. But however, I will say that the Midas was phenomenal. They didn't charge me an inspection fee or anything, which is pretty much unheard of around.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And they called me on Monday, and they said, yeah, so we got some bad news for you. And I'm like, I don't like bad news, but you know, lay it on me, man. And he goes, well, we did find where it was leaking. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know exactly where it's leaking. He says, however, here's the issue. The rear center brake line was corroded, so we have to the rear center brake hose was corroded in addition to the line that we have to replace. So that needs to be replaced. Both front brake lines have very small leaks in them, so those are going to go anyway. So you're going to have to replace both front brake hoses. We couldn't get the bleeder screws on the brake calipers. The brake calipers are basically, you've got a disc in the front, a big metal disc. Those are your rotors. And then you've got calipers which squeeze pads onto this rotor, and the rotor's attached to the wheel, and it stops the wheel from spinning. When you bleed the brake system, like I was talking about earlier, you have to get all the air out of the brake system, otherwise your pedal's really, really spongy feeling, and you don't stop efficiently because air compresses and fluid resists the compression. So there's little screws on the calipers that allow you to bleed air out of the system. And on older vehicles, typically the brake calipers tend to be, the bleeder screws tend to get frozen in place because they're really, really small, and they're hollow because you have to be able to get air through them. So if those bleeder screws get frozen into place and you have to bleed the vehicle, you have to replace the brake calipers. So he said, yeah, we got to replace the brake calipers, we got to replace both front hoses, and then the shock absorbers were going bad, which I knew, and the brake lines are bad. So the total with getting everything fixed was going to be, instead of the $200 I had budgeted out, was going to be $781.
Yeah.
And so I said, all right, I'll be back over in just a minute. And so
we're just gonna bring that sucker home.
Yeah, so I went back over with a can of brake fluid and filled it up, limped it home with my hazards on, because I mean, we live reasonably close, so it wasn't an issue, and I just kind of drove to the side of the road, and that way I didn't have to get it towed. And I still had some braking function, just basically idled it along the side of the road with my hazards on. Mm-hmm. And we got it into the driveway, and I've been working on it for a couple of days. I finally got the front end put back together. I've got new calipers on it, new shock absorbers. I've gotten both front brake hoses done. I've got the main brake line pulled out. I've got the rear center brake hose pulled out as well. So what's left today is to put the center brake hose on, the center rear brake hose on, put the put the main brake line back on, and then bleed the system. But so far, it's been fighting me every single step of the way.
Yeah.
It seems like everything I take off has rusted into place because, again, it's an older truck. And I've gotten spoiled because on our vehicles, I just maintain them so meticulously that every single bolt that I need to take off is pretty much brand new.
You've replaced everything already.
Yeah, exactly. Things that need anti-seize on the bolt are anti-seized, so they come off properly. And it's been a long time since I've had to work on something where somebody that wasn't a mechanic owned the car, and so things are just frozen right into place. I broke off one of the lower shock absorber mounting bolts last night. Had to go out to the hardware store at 8 o'clock at night and try and find one. Finally found one, got it pounded into place, had to drill out a new hole in the frame to mount a new shock absorber, so finally got that done this morning. It has been a journey.
Yeah.
A journey, we'll say. So, but with any luck, it'll be completely done today, and I'll be able to get the yarn dyed up.
Yeah, and you guys also had the you were hunting out this week, and you had the rifle building.
Oh my gosh!
You know.
Oh yeah. So my brother bought himself a Kentucky flintlock rifle kit. It's like one of the old school, old style muzzleloader, like Revolutionary. Well, it wouldn't have been the Revolutionary War; it would have been a little bit earlier, but same sort of era. You know, Civil War, Revolutionary War,
ones.
really old, old school gun kit, and basically, it comes as a completely unfinished kit. You still have to inlet everything. You have to drill for the barrel tang.
It's really
to
neat.
fit it together, you got to finish the rifle. You got to blue the barrel up. I mean, everything comes completely unassembled, and you have to put it together. So I went over and was helping him assemble the rifle, and we mismeasured a little bit when we did the barrel tang, and so we drilled straight through the bottom of the barrel, which obviously is a safety concern. You can't have a barrel with thin walls. So we went and we picked him up a new rifle kit, finally got that sorted out, and I helped him out with that because I felt kind of partially responsible because I was one of the ones helping him measure the barrel out, and those kits aren't cheap, so we helped him get a new rifle, and so far we've got it pretty much together. All he has to do is blue the barrel and put it together, and we can take it out for its first test shots. He's going to be hunting this year. It's his first rifle ever, and so he wanted to get something historic, get something that he put together himself, and I might get some shots of it. I think you guys would really like to see that.
It's really cool.
It is really, really cool. We ended up with a percussion rifle instead of a flintlock, but he gave me the old rifle because I contacted the company we bought it from, and they said there's so much barrel material there that if you just drilled a little bit in, you're probably going to be okay. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them. If not, we've got a really, really cool decoration to hang up because I mean it's
really
a
cool
flintlock rifle, old school flintlock rifle. How cool is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get some footage of that actually if I can fire the flintlock. That's because here in Michigan we have an extended muzzle loader season where you can hunt with traditional style rifles. There's quite a bit of added challenge in regard to that because you got to keep your powder dry. You have to worry about shorter range, and with these you're using iron sights as opposed to a scope. And yeah, so really, really excited about getting that done. I've always wanted a Kentucky rifle anyhow, and I know he's pumped about getting his out.
It's cool for you guys to work on that together.
Yeah, because we don't get to spend a lot of time together. My brothers and I, we don't get to spend a lot of time. They're busy, I'm busy. You know, it's we generally don't, but hopefully we'll all get to go out hunting this year. So,
cool.
What have you been up to this week? We've been like passing ships. We haven't actually seen each other a whole lot. This is the most time we've actually spent together in like the last week and a half.
My big thing, I mean, I got my job, my PetSmart. So I'm the salon manager over at PetSmart in the grooming salon. And
when did that happen?
Huh?
That was a joke.
What'd you say?
I said, when did that happen?
Yeah. So yeah, I like, cause you never see me.
Yeah.
That's
It's not funny if I have to explain it.
You sound like my brother. I never get jokes. And so my brother always says, it's not funny if you have to explain it. Yes, so I've been at work and just a lot's been going on there. You know, I mean, it's a little bit of our slower time right now, but we're kind of gearing up for our busy time because it's coming up to Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then that's pretty much, I'm like full body workout because it's so busy there. Like it is just, it's insane. It's insane there at that time, but it's good. It's a good insane because the days go quick. You know, we're busy. It's good for the company, and so it's just, it's good. It's all good. But so yeah, but last night they let's see, there is a local veterinarian in town, Midland Animal Clinic, and they were hosting like a talk that they had. The representative, she's a veterinarian from the Merck, is it pharmaceuticals, I would assume?
Merck, yeah.
Merck, okay, yeah, M-E-R-C-K.
Yep.
But they have a like an animal side of things, and so there's a veterinarian there that comes around and talks to different places around the country. And so they had hosted her before, and the people at Midland Animal Clinic thought, oh man, this would be really great to get everybody in the community involved that's in the animal care industry. So there was a ton of local vets there. They hosted it at a conference center, you know, and like a banquet place, you know. And you know, they gave us like salad and pizza and everything, and they had a big presentation about the canine flu. So because it's hit Michigan, but it has not hit our area, but it has hit like Detroit area,
which is good to know because there were conflicting reports there for a little while as to whether it was in our area or not.
Yeah, exactly. And I asked outright, you know, to know if it was. But yeah, so they just kind of went over. The presentation was definitely geared towards veterinarians more. So there was a lot of, you know, medical talk and things like that. But
what are you looking at me for?
Because that's your wheelhouse. But there was some of it though that I could follow along with actually. There was quite a bit that I was able to follow along with. Just from when I took like A&P and stuff. But
was there anything that the average pet owner could basically take home?
Yeah, definitely. So what I learned, and once again, I'm not a vet, I'm a dog groomer, so if you have any questions,
disclaimer.
Yeah, this is my disclaimer, please talk to your vet. But what I found interesting is there can be a time where with the flu where they don't have symptoms. That's what's scary. They won't even show it. However, there is a time where they will have symptoms, and that's sneezing, coughing, lethargy, and discharge from the eye. That's not normal. Every dog is going to have eye discharge, but there's like an abnormal amount, or maybe it's discolored, things like that. But you know how dogs always get their little eye boogers. So that is normal. But if there's a change, that's when you want to really worry. But yeah, so there was quite a bit that we learned about that. And then what we are, you know, kind of taking from that at PetSmart is we're just very highly screening any of the dogs that come through. So any that have an abnormal cough, because dogs will get a cough, you know, if they've got, you know, heart disease, you know.
Well, same as humans, you
exactly.
know, COPD.
Yes, exactly. We get dogs that
failure.
have that, you know. We've also got some dogs that have trachea problems. That has a cough. So a lot of these dogs though we know really well, and we've seen a lot, so we know that they've always had this cough. They have a pre-existing condition. So there's some of those dogs where we've got that, but if they're new to us or they don't ever have a cough, that's when we kind of really get a little concerned, and we discuss it with the owner, and usually at that point we'll recommend that they wait on the grooming and they go to their vet. And then we also learned, you know, how to clean up if a dog has been in there and things like that, because it is very quickly contagious. It goes quick.
What should a pet owner do if they've suspected that their dog's either come in contact with it or...
I would definitely get them to a vet immediately. Call your vet, you know, let them know what's going on. Also call your vet ahead of time, because they were talking about having dogs that are exposed or already have it go through a different door. Don't even go through the front door where there's other
vet. So call your vet ahead of time.
Exactly. Don't just show up because they might, obviously you don't show up because you don't know if they have the availability to get you in at that moment, but
let them know why you're...
Exactly. Let them know what your concerns are and everything, because they might have you go through a different entry.
So did they say whether this is airborne or...
Yes, it's airborne, but it's mostly bodily fluids, you know, things like that. So if they're sneezing, things like that. But really, I mean, it's pretty contagious. So
basically, if you're really worried about your dogs, if it's bodily fluid contact, probably dog parks would probably be a...
Yes,
especially if you're in the area of...
If you're taking them to a pet store, just walking around the pet store. The biggest thing that I can recommend is get them vaccinated. It is a little bit more of an expensive, I mean, not crazy expensive, but it's more expensive than like your generic shot, but it's also a 2-part shot, so that makes it a little more expensive.
Right.
Every vet's going to be different, but you're generally looking around like $30 a shot for it, but it's going to be worth it because it's a deadly disease. So you definitely want to get your dogs vaccinated against it.
Okay. So basically the takeaway for pet owners, somebody that's not in the pet industry, which is the majority of the people watching this right now, would be if it's been confirmed in your area or suspected in your area, avoid dog parks. Especially if they're unvaccinated, avoid dog parks, avoid pet stores with your dogs. Any place
boarding
public,
facilities, grooming salons.
Yeah, anything public where there's been where there's a likelihood or a confirmed a good chance of dogs coming into contact with one another, because there's no real way, from what I would imagine, there's no real good way to prevent one dog from coming into contact with another dog's body fluids.
Yes.
And if it's airborne, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether they do.
I believe, you know, now that I think about it, I think it is mostly if it's fluids.
Yeah.
But so if they're sneezing, you know what I mean, it goes everywhere. That's, I believe, what it was. However, though, if your dog goes to any dog events like dock diving or show dogs, anything like that, that's another thing.
And then when they get the vaccination, it's
2 doses. You have 2 weeks in between. Also, what I learned, I didn't get to tell you about this, but it's very critical at the time that you get the second shot. Which it's so you get your first shot. And then they also were saying you don't want to give shots in between. This is where it mostly pertained to vets, you know. But, you know, you don't want to do a shot, like say you get your flu shot and then next week you come in and get your rabies or your distemper. That can actually mess with the flu shot.
Okay.
It can mess with the way because they were talking about how it arcs. So, like, you get your flu shot and it's up here, and then you want to make sure that as it's coming down, that's when you get your booster to kind of up it again. But you don't want to wait
like an
too
antibody
long.
response then?
Yes.
Okay.
So that way that you're not waiting too long after, because if you wait too long, it's not going to boost it up high enough.
So, yeah, definitely get them vaccinated. Then how long does it take after they get their second and final vaccination for them to be fully protected?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
So, first shot, then you wait a week or 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah, you wait 2 weeks.
So first shot.
Double check on how long it takes.
First vaccine, then they wait 2 weeks. And then they get another vaccine, and then at 4 weeks after the second vaccine.
It might be 4 weeks from the start. That one I'm not entirely sure on. It might be 4 weeks from the start. Full immunity is at 4 weeks.
Okay. So you could say at least between 4 and 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Is going to be how long? So that's a long time for, you know, if somebody takes their dog to the dog park.
Exactly. Yeah. And we got ours done, and we were running into that too. Like, I wanted to take our dogs in for a bath at work, and I couldn't because we got their shots, and you want to make sure that they get that full immunity and everything like that. So
definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it to get that shot.
Especially if it's near you, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, even if it's not near you, get it, because people travel with their dogs all over the country. That's how it got so widespread, was people were going to dog shows, and
makes sense.
And it just
are they
went everywhere.
The vaccines are good for a year, right? It provides a year worth.
Yep, and then you get
just like ours.
Yep, and then you get another year booster. They're trying to figure out, I don't think they had this figured out yet. They're trying to see if, like, how long, you know, you need to keep doing it every single year or not, but I would definitely keep doing it.
Right. And now, is the booster a single vaccine, or do you have to get
I believe that one's a single.
Okay.
After that. But that one I'm not entirely sure on.
All right.
But yeah, so I definitely recommend it. Also, what's interesting, and this is very important for people in the pet care industry, or even just if you've come in contact with a dog that has it, is that it can stay on your clothes and you can bring it home. So I have the potential to bring it home, which is scary. So that's another reason why we got them vaccinated and everything like that. So also, if they are vaccinated and they do catch it, because it's just like with us. If you get a flu shot, you can still catch the flu.
Right.
However, if they have the shot and they catch the flu, there's like a 0, I believe on their chart it said like a 0% chance of them dying.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah. So
we should get them little doggy masks
to
wear.
Oh, it'd be so cute. Oh, it'd be so cute.
See, here's the problem. Dogs don't have proper ears like we do. That's the problem with the majority of things that I want to do to a dog, like put a face mask on it or put
a
hat, sunglasses. Sunglasses are so hard to keep on a dog because they don't have the ears to rest the sunglasses on. You can get them on them for a little while and then they just kind of shake them off. But
yeah, that's a problem.
It's a problem for me anyway.
You gotta have the elastic band around it.
Yeah, but then they just look like skydiving goggles.
Yeah, they do. Little doggles.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I learned about that. But yes, once again, if you have any questions, ask your vet.
Also, you said they had pizza and salad there?
Yes.
Why do people always serve salad with pizza?
I know,
it makes me feel bad for eating the pizza.
It's really good salad.
Did you notice that? It's like a pretty
common
it side. Is. It's like, here, gets rid of some of your shame.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, it was the vets in the area were invited, and then they invited our store manager, and then I don't remember his title, but he's right below the store manager, and then myself as being the salon manager. So it wasn't like it was open to the public, it was an invited thing. But
definitely.
Yeah, that was really, really nice to go to that. Let's see here. What else do we got going on? Oh, the other thing I've been working on is my Advent swap package. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to show it, just in case she watches. But
oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, but I'm doing an Advent swap that was put out by Amy of Noble Character Crafts. And she just set it up so we could all do a swap with each other for Christmas, do an Advent calendar. And I'm really excited. So we're just making up a bunch of minis and adding little treats.
Rad.
And yeah, it's fun. So I've got my minis made up. I got my treats. Now I just have to kind of put it together. So
well, we've been thinking about putting out Advent calendars. Not this year. We ain't that crazy. But not to start it now. But next year, doing Advent calendars. How many people would be interested in a mini skein Advent calendar? And would you want 10 or 20 gram mini, and would you want a full skein on
at the end, yeah,
December 25th for like greater expense,
right? Yeah.
Or would you be cool with like
just the minis?
Would you be cool with just the minis, or like is it a make it or break it deal for you to have the full skein at the end? And if you want the full skein at the end, I mean, we could probably do something like that, but it ends up coming out to like 25 more.
Right.
25 more skeins that we have to dye up.
Right, yeah.
Which we're happy to do if people want them, but if people are going, well, I don't really care,
right,
and then at that point we'll do the minis.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely we're thinking next year.
Gotta figure out a good way to package them. That's what I think is the kicker. Man,
I'm telling you, Wild in the Woods. You should just contact her about
seriously,
how to package. Her packaging is so on point. On point.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So
it's awesome.
My brain doesn't think like that.
I know, me either. I'm just like, I don't know.
And this is going to sound really, really weird, but I'll bet you she always picks out the right thing to bring to parties for like an hors d'oeuvre or something.
Yes.
Like, it just seems like people that...
it's really good gifts.
Yeah. There are just some people that are like that they just always know what to bring for a gift. They always package stuff up really well. They're just really... really good at that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'll bet you.
I bet you're right.
Serena, I'll bet you're really good at picking hors d'oeuvres. Anyway, what else have we done this week? I mean, we got the truck, we got the rifle stuff, dyeing yarn, going down to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, we're going to Ann Arbor.
And we might be staying down there. We were talking about that briefly this morning.
Yeah.
Because we might not be back till late, and...
we both suck at driving at night.
I mean, we can do it. It doesn't really bother me a ton.
No, it's a vision. It's more of a vision thing. It's just like, it's hard.
Well, I need glasses.
Yes, I know.
I just don't.
You really do.
And I refuse to wear them. I've got I get issues with glare at night really badly. I'm fine if I know the road that I'm driving on.
Yeah.
But my problem is I don't get a lot of distance. Even within my headlights, and when I get oncoming traffic, it pretty much blinds me.
Yeah.
Especially on like a big highway where you get 2 sets of traffic or 3 sets of traffic coming on your oncoming, and then you get somebody behind you with their headlights in your mirror. All of that glare, I tend not to be able to see stuff very well.
And you gotta worry about deer and, you know.
Oh, deer are terrible, especially this time of year because they're going into rut. But yeah, I'm really excited for this for this Fiber Festival. We wanted to go last year.
Yes.
We wanted to go last year and didn't end up making it.
We've been trying to go for the last couple of years, actually. One year I was sick.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. So, yeah, I think that's it, though. We already did our question of the week, so we're good there. But, yeah, I think we're all set, guys. So, yeah, we will go ahead and answer the question of the week if you want to be entered into the giveaway. And, yeah, we will see you guys next time. Bye.